Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Tauntaun Squadron YouTube channel, and welcome to game number 6 in Group C between the hot favourites, England, and the rebels from Ireland. My name is Seth Holocron. I have been super happy to do a couple of these games, and it's been an amazing series. It's probably been my favourite series so far in the entire XTC that Ireland have been involved in. And we've got two amazing, absolutely brilliant players to bring to your TV, laptop, mobile device, whatever it happens to be. We are pretty damn good. Everyone is hyped for this. Gary Colton, absolutely everyone. I am literally clenching my ass cheeks because after game one, England were leading 1-0, and that cemented them through. They were 7 games exactly ahead, so should have Ireland won all 7, which admittedly against England is a hard thing to do. That cemented them to go through. And then Ireland kind of did their thing. They stepped up. They did good things. And all of a sudden went 3-1 up in the series. And then Ollie Pocknell, the world champion, Captain Marvel himself, well, he beat one of the Irish substitutes. So the score at the minute, with 2 games to go, this is game 6, is Ireland 3, England 2. Ireland only need 1 win, either this game or tomorrow morning's game. And Ireland qualify from Group C in 2nd place behind England, who have cemented their 1st place in the group. So let us, while they are setting things up, tell you about the 2 players. On the left-hand side is the immortal Kester Smith, who is not only a fantastic fella, he is currently 6-0 in the XTC. The man has played 6 games and hasn't lost a single one, which is unbelievable that at this level of competition, he hasn't lost yet. And he is also the guy who is doing these beautifully painted ships. He's done them for every single one. Let me just center that off properly. There we go. That looks a bit better. Repainted the entire thing. Repainted the actual discs that the ships spawn upon. He has done a phenomenal job. I have shouted him out in every stream that I have been on when England have played. But seeing as he's here, and guaranteed win or lose, he will watch the match back because he is that sort of player. Kester, chapeau and kudos. Your work is greatly, greatly appreciated by everyone who watches. And on the other side, we have probably Ireland's best player in the team. Let me introduce you to Cormac Higgins. An absolute giant of a man who is always Mr. Dependable. He's very much like the England's Tom Reid. Fantastic results at nearly every competition that he plays in. And the guys are, as you can see, have bought gas clouds and asteroids. Kez has set up his side. We are good to go. And the clock is off. So let us go through these lists while they do their opening maneuvers. Hello, Jenny. I hope you're well. Welcome, everyone in chat. Please get involved. This is the whole point of doing this. Remember that we are on a delay. So if I'm kind of confused sometimes with what chat is talking about, it's because you're about 90 seconds behind. So let us see how we get on. Let me bring up the list, and we're going to start with England on the left-hand side of the board. Neither player wanted the Tauntaun mats, which is completely fine. That is completely and utterly fine. Let us bring up the list. So it starts off, Kester has bought, and let me add this, because this is highly important. He has invented this list. He didn't take this. This isn't meta. This is just what he thinks is the best first order list that he could bring to this tournament. And I would say it's not just player skill. This list is nasty. So let us bring up what we have. And we'll start with the i5 Holo, who has got Proud Tradition and Pattern Analyzer. So all that lovely, lovely You don't even execute a maneuver, you're still getting a action, and then you can remove things with Holo, seeing as you know, you can transfer tokens to another ship at range 0 to 2. And then we've got an I2 Muse. And here he is in the FO Fire. Similarly built. It also has Proud Tradition and Pattern Analyzer, but this is a guy within 0 to 1. You can remove stress tokens. That's really good. That's really good in this list. And as if that wasn't enough, he has also got Lieutenant Revis. Again, just in his little thing, but his ability, after a ship at 1 to 2, gains a red or orange token. If you don't have that ship locked, you can acquire a lock on that ship. And that's main. And then green, blue, and pink. If these are the right colors, let me actually check that these are all right. They are all right. So Muse is red. Yes. And Revis should be yellow. He is, and we are all good. So green, blue, and pink. We'll even make the blue the right color, shall we? Let's try and do this as nicely as we can. Let's kind of make it a bit like that. Okay. So that is there is the epsilons. Very good. All at I1. Pretty decent indeed. So as you can see, they've flung across the side there a whole load of 5s to try and maybe catch Ahsoka. But let's go through Gary's list, because I can almost guarantee that Ahsoka will not be getting shot this turn. So let us go from top to bottom. Obi-Wan Kenobi in the Eta 2. Marksmanship, R7, A7, or the crit bot, and auto blasters. So in bullseye at range 1, 4 die auto blaster attack. One of the best ships that the Republic can actually have. To supplement that, we have got Wolf. And Wolf is in the ARC 170 and has got Wolfpack as his gunner crew type thing to be able to get target locks. And this guy can then do things that get some extra dice and rerolls. Wolf is a very solid ship with 6 hull and 3 shields. Just be an annoyance. My favourite female character in the whole of Star Wars is Ahsoka Tano. She is an I3. She has the erratic chopper as her droid and calibrated laser targeting. So if in the bullseye, you get to add an eye, and as she has 2 force, that's probably going to be another hit. You can also spend 1 force to perform an action, even if it's stressed. So she's a nice little support ship. And the very last one is Goji in the Republic A-Wing. Remembering that this Y-Wing, if you take a hit, that's fine. If you take a crit, the plated hull that's inbuilt into all the Y-Wings turns that crit into a hit result. He's got an ion cannon turret, ion bombs, and delayed fuses, which means if he puts that down, the Goji thing triggers, and that's every ship that is friendly within 0 to 3. When they defend, you can roll 1 additional defense dice for each friendly ship at range 1 of it. So fuses doesn't go off. Extra dice, kind of critical for Wolf and Goji to stay alive. So, welcome everybody. It's very early. Sorry about the delay, slight connection problems, but eventually Cormac got it sorted out. So we are good to go. 5 minutes in, nothing has really happened, which is all good. And everyone kind of flying around doing exactly what they need to do. Goji has decided to do nothing but trundle along the bottom alongside Wolf. Obi-Wan has decided to boost forward and maybe make himself a flank. And it looks to me that Ahsoka Tano is the bait. It's like, will you come and chase me? I'm all on my lonesome. Which gives Kester Smith from England a bit of a dilemma. So as you can see, the red and yellow are the named ones. That is Muse and Revis. Muse in red, Revis in yellow, and this is it a silencer? I'm pretty sure it's a silencer, isn't it? No, it's the interceptor of Holo, right at the top of the screen that you can just about see, and the paint job on Holo is absolutely amazing. It is absolutely superb. All lovely red double checked things. And here we go. Choose violence. I like that. I like that a lot. You should always choose violence. It's the way to do this. And as you can see, Mr. Smith showing how good he is as a swarm player. It's all these guys, no bumps, perfectly set up. Wonderful flying skill. We have seen several teams in the XTC flying swarms that aren't that good. There is the lock, which actually gives that to. There is the green ASG gets the lock. Those guys all move first at initiative 1, so they will be shooting last and can be killed by every single one of Cormac Higgins' ships, as the lowest he's got is an I2. Speaking of I2s, there goes Muse, not the rock band, just a TIE fighter pilot. It's all good. He's all good. Ashoka decides discretion is a good thing. And will she boost around to the right? If so, I would almost guarantee that she will not get shot at all. But the barrel roll is equally as good. They'll go as far forward as possible. Lovely job. And then will boost around to the right, gaining more distance, or possibly to the front. Let us see. Decides that to the front is even further away from those pesky TIE fighters. Too hard to the right from Wolf, who takes the focus. And then we will have Obi-Wan at I5, who 3 banks in. That's a lovely blue maneuver. That's a super blue maneuver. Now, if he's... Well, there you go. I was about to say, if he's thinking about a boost to the right, that's going to be incredibly tight to that glass cloud. And he makes that perfectly. In exactly the same way, so does Kester with the interceptor. So fantastic flying from both players. We don't have any shots just yet, but he's going to take a focus or an evade. Sorry, passes that across as he has to. Cleanup time. All good in the hood. The only thing that's really happened is Ashoka has a couple of target locks on from the FOs, but in no danger of them being used just yet. So back to the planning dial phase. And we will have a look at chat. Please, as I say, get in touch as much as possible. Ask any questions that you like. If you've just joined us, Ireland lead 3-2, a win in this game or tomorrow's game, and Ireland will qualify in second place in Group C. Should England win both games, if Canada win their series against the Philippines, and they are currently 3-1 up, so they only need one game. They're doing everything that they can. Currently in third place, but will overtake Ireland, as both teams had 25 game wins each to England's 32. So this is what it is. If Ireland lose and Canada win, then Canada join England in the finals. If the Philippines can win the next 3 and beat Canada, it doesn't matter who wins this set at all. So let's see where we're like. And the reason it doesn't matter is because in the last round, Ireland beat Canada 4-3. So on the head-to-head, they will go through on that. And on set wins as well, because it would be 1918. So back to planning. Every player checking their dial like the very best players in the world do. Remember, out of the 38 countries, they have taken their best thing that they can get. Apparently, my children are trying to burn the house down making bacon, so apologies for that. Lovely little turns here. Very nice little turns indeed. They're all focusing up, these Epsilon cadets. Very nice. Very, very nice. So 4 focuses for the 4 fighters. That will now allow Goji. Look at that for precision flying. Look at that. Takes a focus and just sit back in awe of how good this is. I think this is genuinely going to be one of the best games the XTC has this, well, pretty much in the group stages. A 1 hard there from Muse. And a 1 hard from Ashoka Tano. Will we see Ashoka shenanigans? Will there be a barrel roll away as well? Will there be boosts? Will there be whatever? She's going to take a target lock, put it onto the asteroid. Wolf just nice and gently gets himself in there. Will probably take a target lock as well. He can get that onto the purple one. So let me actually make that a bit more purple. There we go. That's better. And then a 5 forward from Obi-Wan Kenobi. Absolutely zero fear here. Now, by my reckoning, he will be taking at least 3 shots here. So I would assume a barrel roll out to the left as far forward as possible to maybe only take it. Or he could stay exactly right there. Get the benefit of the asteroid. Takes his ubiquitous evade, and that is all he decides to do. A 1 bank from Holo. Slippery little ships, the interceptors, very like the Imperial Galactic Empire interceptors. Slightly better, as we have moved on in time from the time of the Emperor and Vader. Now we have Kylo. So they've actually added shields. So they can't use the Empire saying all guts, no shields. Because they all do. Even the TIE fighters have a shield now. Stolen from the plucky Rebel Alliance. Kez just deciding what action to take with the leader of his sort of mini swarm. So he can take a strain or a deplete and gets a target lock onto Obi. As if that isn't enough, he can then barrel roll away, setting up a nice little turn to maybe catch Obi unawares. But then it doesn't really matter because Holo can then get rid of one of his tokens. Has to. It's on the card. So let's see where we are at. 2, 3 shots in arc. It's going to be 5 dice between the red of Holo. So maybe getting rid of Muse could be really, really good. It is only a 2-die attack into 5, so a bit optimistic, but you can't kill ships if you don't fire. 1 hit will be easily evaded, and yep, there are 2 evades quite easily. So as Holo has no shot, we are now going to go to Wolf, who also may not have a shot. Goji will not have a shot either. So here are the return shots from the FOs, and starts off exactly the same, just the 1 hit. Again, should easily be evaded here by the dice and is not. So we'll spend a force because that will change 1 of those eyeballs. 4-die attack spends the focus 2-die attack, for 2 hits. 2 dice back. Natty evades. Wolf doing the business there. Blue has no shot. Green obstructed 2-die shot into Obi-Wan Kenobi. Hit crit, good roll from England's. And Ireland get 2 evades. Another 2-die shot. Another good roll from Kester Smith. Don't forget that Obi has got that evade, and he will spend that this time to ensure that he takes no damage at all. And that should be the end of the engage, and it is. So no damage done, a whole lot of little shots, 2-die plinks, all decent. So nobody on fire just yet. Captain of England, Ollie Pocknell. Hello, sir. Welcome to the stream. I hope you enjoy it. It's been quite interesting so far. So lots of shots, which is all good. Choosing violence instead of running. I applaud all of this. This is excellent. Let us see where they end up. So I am assuming that both players here have got a very good idea of where they want to be with every single one of their ships next turn. The TIE fighters could go in as a massive block here, as a huge block. So that would be at least 10 die, if not more, depending on the range. Obi is a slippery young man, so we'll probably, in the systems phase, spend a force, barrel roll to the left, and then maybe just 1 or 2 bank in. But if the FOs all decide to go, I mean, there's absolutely nothing stopping Muse coming in to try and get some sort of a block onto Obi-Wan. Goji slightly restricted because of the 5 forward from Obi, but could probably do the 1 forward and be absolutely fine. Wolf could very, very easily go straight in and cause a massive pileup, denying the almost becoming like an asteroid himself. But that would be kind of putting the arc in a lot of fire arcs. So I would expect a little bit of time, but as you can see on the screen, Kez just thinking about what he wants to do. He knows what he's doing with his named pilots. That's excellent. Maybe has a slight decision to think about with the TIE fighters. Cormac's good to go. And these guys have actually played each other in real life. So they know each other quite well. Ollie does say go Kez, and I'm not a bit biased. These are just 2 great players, so sit back and enjoy this because it's going to be really good. It is going to be a really good game. So there is the barrel roll to the left from Cormac. Just the 1 force left, but that's absolutely fine. Let's see where the FO epsilons go, and that is a nice little move forward, making sure that they remove any sort of strain or whatever that has been passed over. Decent moves indeed from Kez, setting up a lovely little 4-die attack. Probably will also move in with Muse. There is the 1 forward from Goji. Now, a bomb has been dropped with a fuse. So that will stick around and trigger Goji's ability, which means anybody within range 1 of the bomb gets to roll an additional dice. So Wolf will be fine. He will get an extra dice. Well thought out indeed. Muse has decided to take a little 1 hard there and focus up, trying to get a block onto Obi-Wan. And if Holo has decided to 1 hard or 2 hard, that would make, if there is a bump, no tokens on Obi. Let's have a little look at what's happening here. Ashoka choosing violence in a big way. Now, purple and green do not have shots. It's very, very close to see if she is out of arc. If she is, that is perfect flying. Takes the stress, spends her last thing to get a focus and an evade, so double modded. That's why Ashoka is so annoying. That is going to be range 1 for Cormac as well. Perfect flying. Decides to take his focus. Not so many actions that they can do. And a 1 hard from Obi-Wan Kenobi. Now, where will we end up here? Range 1. So deciding what he wants to do. That's pretty good. Will he... Can't barrel roll because he did that in just before the movement phase. Out of force. Uses it to get double modded. Is probably taking a shot, and there is the 1 hard blue maneuver from Holo. Will we see? He's checking his range 2 bubble for his pilot ability. Let's see where we end up. What devious plan has Kester Smith got to deal with the Master Jedi? Oh, this is exciting. This is actually exciting. We're going to get a lot of pew-pews. Lots and lots of shots. Kez taking his time, as he should, because that ion bomb is just absolutely perfectly dropped. It kind of restricts Kez's maneuvers. I'm sure he would love to K-turn here to get into the back of Wolf. In the end, he takes a strain to get a barrel roll to the right. The boost forward to reduce the range. That then gets passed over probably to... so he locks up, it goes away. The fuse comes off. And with first player, here we go. Range 1. No, it's not. So he's using auto blasters, obstructed, gets the crit, so the crit goes through. Is he going to spend the focus? Doesn't spend the focus, keeps that for defense. And green takes the shield. So, return fire. Oh! Has to spend a target lock. Gets 2 crits. Will spend the evade, probably, as there's more focuses on that. Doesn't. Spends the focus. Okay. 6 of one, half a dozen of another. No damage on to Obi-Wan. And now Cormac has got a thought process. Does he put this into purple, or does he put this into... Well, he can take his pick, realistically. He's got every single FO ship in arc. So time to make sure that his target priority is best for when Ashoka shoots next. Because Ashoka will be the next ship to fire. So if he takes his time, it's not stalling. This is actually a very important decision. Green, remember, has lost its shield. So 1 more damage into green. 3 agility swarms everywhere at the minute. Decides to take the range 1 shot 4 die attack into purple. Has a focus. Well, that's kind of natty. 2 hits, 2 crits. Paint required. So that is hit crit. The crit is a console fire. That is not good for the purple FO Epsilon at all. Half points, first points to the game, 13-0. Ashoka will then try and take off purple, who is also at range 1. Goes in here, has focus, has an evade, keeps the evade for defense. 3 dice, 1 more. So 1 away from death. The purple with a console fire. Thankfully for Kez, that wasn't a crit, or things would have ended. Still has a shot. However, let us see what is now. Again, a choice. He's not going to go for purple, as purple would get a free evade from the gas cloud. The 1 into green for half points. Spend it. Spend it. Spend it. Spend that force. Very sorry. Spend the focus. I'm getting all excited. I'm very sorry. 3 hits. Only 1 evade. Has got the focus. Would probably want to keep that though. But regardless of what happens, that is a damage. If he doesn't spend it, he is also ioned. So a big decision here for Mr. Smith. Wisely uses a focus to just go down to half points on green. So 26-0 currently, but there's an awful lot more shooting to go. Range 1. Hit, crit into Obi-Wan, who has got an evade. Doesn't need it as he natties the 3. No damage on to him at all. That is a fantastic thing to do. But there are 4 TIE fighters who are literally going to be going into Wolf. Wolf, as you can see, and purple has died. And on the way out, will he take anything on the way out? It's 1 damage. So I will update the overlay. Wet. Oh, Kez, you are just the best fella in the world. So purple has sadly exploded. Did do damage into Wolf, so that's 1 of his 3 shields gone. The remaining FOs will now all fire into Wolf. Double blanks, not what you want to see in any game involving dice, and he has caught Ashoka. But decides, no, let's go into Wolf. Spends his focus for 2 hits. Unmodded back, so another shield off Wolf. Down to just 1. The final shot is from Revis. Range 2. 2 into 2 because of the Ion Bomb and Goji's ability. We'll spend that focus for 2 more. What are the greens going to be for Ireland? They're not good enough. So into Hull. Into Hull we go. And that is the end of the rounds. So, Kester is 1 away from halving Wolf after that engagement. That will be a 27-point thing after he puts in another damage into the arc. But a great range of shooting there. The bomb being horrendously bad. At the minute, it's England 0, Ireland 38, with 44 odd minutes to go. So chat's very quiet, which is fine because I'm engrossed in this as well. And the only reason I'm talking is because I'm not being paid to. Much more importantly, though, is where are these ships going to go next? If you're supporting England and Kez, and to be fair, why would you not? Because he is undefeated and knows this list backwards, as he invented this entire list. I have never seen a list like this before. It's a 6-ship mini swarm, and it's very, very nasty. Slightly unlucky there that he didn't have Wolf in the opening, the second turn of engagement. Has got chances, though, to be able to do an awful lot more damage. Where do the FO fighters go? They have got tons of choices. They can hard one left or right to stay away from that ion bomb. They can bump into Wolf. They can bank left or right. Blue can do... So let's just bring up... let's just bring up the dial of one of these Epsilons. So they have a 2 sloop and a 4K. Now, the 4K is not going to fit for any of these whatsoever. Just not going to happen. Because blue would end up probably on the rock. So that's not going to happen. The 2 sloop by blue is something that could definitely happen. Rivas could go first, as he is the same initiative as the others, and maybe do a 2 forward, which might make it. But these guys know to the pixel where they are. I am assuming that Muse is going to do a 4K in his. Remembering that Holo moves after Obi-Wan, so he's going to be thinking about where Kenobi is going to be. Now, if you're supporting Cormac and Team Ireland, and why would you not? Because he is probably the best player in the country. Where does he go with this? Well, Goji has to move first, so there is a possibility of a 2 hard. But remembering that these FOs move first, so may only be a 1 bank, which is perfectly acceptable. Which then leaves Obi in a bit of a position. He is only 1 force, so he's not starved, but he's hungry for his force back, using that to take absolutely no damage, which is pretty good. Can probably very easily get away, a barrel roll to the left to try and maybe block someone else. Seems like a very good idea. The problem is, for Cormac, if these guys all go to the right, these Epsilon cadets, where does Wolf go? Does Goji drop a bomb? Where does Ashoka go? All of this we're about to find out, as all the dials have now been set. They're now being checked by that. So we're now into the systems phase. A second ion bomb, the last of the ion bombs for Team Ireland, gets put down with a delayed fuse put onto it. So that is 2 more rounds after this that will be active for. So I'm assuming that these guys are going to go to the right. Indeed, they have. So there are the moves, all good, and because of that, they all get to take their maneuvers. A 1 bank as predicted, and a focus from Goji. The 2 sloop trying to reduce the range into Obi-Wan. Unbelievably, he can take his actions. Not at all ridiculous. A focus and a target lock. Ashoka decides, hello, let me see what I can do. Now, a boost to the left would be fantastic, but then that would depend on where Wolf is going to go. Still has a force. Still knows that at some stage, Holo has to move. Spends the force anyway. Barrel rolls perfectly. As far back as humanly possible. At the minute, definitely not getting shot. Checks range to chopper the focus off green. Manages to get a focus herself. The one forward is the exact maneuver that I would have done. That is a fantastic choice. And Obi-Wan goes, thank you very much for trying to get me, but being in all of his slipperiness, has decided to get out of dodge at the fastest speed that ship can go. Now, a decision. Will he evade, like most people will? But then it also depends on where he believes that Holo is going to be. Because if he is hard wand, that is not good for Obi-Wan. It's looking like a boost to the left. Oh, boost to the right to try and increase the range. That's not bad. A one bank to the left. So Mr. Higgins has chosen the right form. So Obi, although he doesn't have a shot, is pretty good where we are. So he is not getting shot this round, and it will be very easy for him to sweep up and get bullseye shots for his auto blasters. Unfortunately, Goji is now the operation. Oh, let's have a look. A barrel roll from Holo. We'll then take that off, pass that over, and that is why this list is absolutely ridiculous. Has the stress removes it because of all the stuff. Goji is ioned, but it doesn't do anything. No damage from the ion bombs. He's not getting shot, which is pretty good. And then we now go for engagement. No force on any of the Jedis for Ireland. But here's a range 2 shot from Holo into Goji. And he would want to be making some pain. Has the focus. Will he spend it? He does indeed. So 2 hits into that. Now, there are 1, 2, 3, 4 more shots. I think I would maybe... Oh, this is a decision. There's the age-old thing is if you roll a focus and you've got the focus, even if it's 1, you take it. Cormac disagrees completely with that statement and takes the 2 shields onto Goji. That's what he has decided to do. Wolfpack has now triggered, so Wolf now has a target lock on to Holo, but that's not going to be the shot. That is not going to be the shot at all. It's going to be a range 1 shot into... Oh! Gets his re-roll. Has nothing. It's just the 1. Green's going to get out of this and does easily. Does easily. The first thing that happened was the evade. So good rolling here. All range 1 shots again. Trying to do the same thing. Not getting shot. Spends the focus. It's 2 hits and a crit. The crit goes in. But green stays alive. The crit is stunned pilot. So after you go through an obstacle, you would suffer a damage. So down to just the one hull on the green and a stunned pilot. Goji, out the side. 4 die, ion cannon, range 1 shot into green with a focus. Can kill green with a good roll. That's not a good roll. That is just 2. Chances are green can get out of this, but green cannot get out of this. Green is now gone and initiative killed. And that is all green wrote. Because at I1, being shot by an I2 makes him very, very dead indeed. Let me get rid of that, because that's been up there for ages. I knew if I put it up, people would chat. You see, this is it. It's completely... yes, Chopper is erotic, which is why these things are tokens being moved and damage being done. So let's see what we get here. Range 2 can spend the focus. I will need to check the damage sides. That's at least another 2 damage into Goji. So Goji has lost all the shields and 2 hull. So half points there for Kess. And that should be that, I would assume. Let me just double check what we've got over here. So 1 damage, so it should be 4 left onto Wolf. Let me check the overlay. Yes, so we are good. Let me update you on the score. That was a good round. Half an hour to go. Kester has now destroyed 46 points. But with need 5 to lead, as Cormac has destroyed 50. Obi-Wan is completely untouched after all his shenanigans. Wolf has been halved. Ashoka is completely untouched. Goji has been halved. On the other side of the board, though, Epsilon, Green, and Purple have been initiative killed. Revis, Muse, and Blue Epsilon completely untouched, as is Holo. So a very, very tight game with 30 odd minutes to go. Yep, all good. All good. These are all hilarious. You try doing this by yourselves. So not bad. Not a bad game at all. Synergies 2 are flying exceptionally well. You know, forgive I forgot that there was a dial on the screen. I don't watch the stream. I watch the game and then change it, but never worry. So, Gary, every maneuver is available, including a 6 straight. They're stupidly broken ships. So 3-2, Ireland. Half an hour to go in 4, 3, 2, 1. So there we go. Half an hour left. 45 minutes already played, and I can't believe 45 minutes has already gone. Dice on the screen, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. This round, I would assume, is going to be very, very critical indeed. Still, that ion bomb, remembering that Ashoka will know that Wolf can only go 1 forward. He doesn't care, though. Not really. Not really at all. The 1 forward will just put him directly in front of the blue Epsilon. So that's where that will be, blocking off any sort of forward maneuver from Ashoka. But as Gary knows that's absolutely fine. Could be K turns here from Revis and the blue. Don't particularly like where Muse is. That's quite a hard place for him to try and get shots on Goji. But we shall see. We shall see where all these ships end up. Let me actually do good things to this, because at the minute, unless he does anything, the ion bombs are gone. They are gone. Chopper is now erratic. And there are still the 3 charges left on R7A7. Apologies for keeping that dial up. Things happen. Yep. So that is why the string has now been completely updated. Don't even know if we will see a reload. Would be very helpful indeed for Gary should that happen. But as soon as Goji is I2, we'll see where the FOs end up, and we'll probably take some sort of action instead. It looks like we are set. The reason Koji's Wolf Style is turned over is because of the ion token at the rear of his ship. Kez checking his maneuvers to ensure that they are what he wants. Blue has bumped into yellow. That's a very clever choice, and I assume then that Wolf will not get a shot at all. Goji, my god, perfect flying. A perfect flying. Gets out of Yellow's arc altogether. Reva's absolutely no shot whatsoever. Problem is, does the hard one from Holo fit in right behind him? That, I would assume, could fit. There's been so many millimeter decisions in this game already that that'll be interesting. That will be interesting to see what happens. Because it's a perfect maneuver, he can redo his stuff, and yeah, Muse does not want to be there and cannot barrel roll anywhere. This is going to be a 4-die ion cannon turret right into him. That's not going to be good for Muse, which kind of makes me think that Holo will be K-turning as well. A 1 bank from Ashoka. That means she bumps. She has regained a force from the start of the round. So get something, but no action at all. Will there be a jam? There won't be a jam. So there is a 1 into from Obi-Wan to turn around. Don't think that boost fits, but if it did, the boost to the right, if that fitted, that would be a 4-die auto blasters, and he's gonna check it, or maybe try and barrel roll to see if he can get his bullseye shot. That's even better. That's going to be very close. In comes Holo for the kill. Looking real good. Looking really, really good here. But remember, there's an ion bomb. There is an ion bomb coming. Yes, Jesse, I've picked it up. It's, we need to do that. You need to know what the actual score is and what they've done and all that sort of stuff. So, yes, all good. So, just checking the range there for the pilot abilities. Obviously, all within range. So, that's pretty good. Takes a deplete there, I think. Or is that a strain? Here comes the ion bomb, which means that some people will be ioned, and it is only going to be Wolf. So that goes back on there. Again, the ion bomb gives out 3 ions. So the ship is ioned again, but doesn't take any damage. That's just the thing of it. So, dials being flipped. Obi-Wan Kenobi to shoot first after Kez figures out if he wants to do anything else, but I don't think he can because the bomb has went off, and that is at the beginning of the engagement phase. So he probably has 2 shots there, one in the Ashoka, one in the Wolf. And passes that off to the one that... oh dear, dear. Okay, the critical thing. Does it hit bullseye? It does. It is range 1. It is bullseye. It is Obi-Wan Kenobi. Oh, this could be huge for Team Ireland. Okay. Interestingly, decides to not use the range 1 bullseye. Gets a crit. Takes the shield onto Holo. Holo gets too far next. This will 100... Oh. Both range 1 shots. 4 die. Not too sure who it went into, but that is 2 hits. Spends the lock. Ends up with hit, crit. No extra dice as the bomb has exploded. And that is hit, crit. Let us see what the crit is going to be. That is a blinded pilot. So hit, crit. That is him down to 1 with blinded pilot. So 1 hole left on Wolf. Wolf has absolutely no shot. So here is a shot from Ashoka to try and take half points on the most expensive ship that England have on the board. Needs a good roll. Spends her last force. 3 die in return. Half points on Holo. And then it will be Goji Safar, who has got 2 ships at range 1, both of which are unhurt. He's going in to try and ion. Oh, he only gets the 1. Goji has got the lock, though. Rerolls the 2 blanks. Gets nothing else. It's just the 1. And a double evade means Revis is fine. That's pretty good going. So yellow, Revis will have a shot, but it will be downtown. If it is, it will be going into Wolf, because why would you do anything else? So first shot here, range 3 into Goji. Goji will have 2 dice. Kez will have 2 dice. England fire. Kapow, kapow. And a double blank there from Cormac. That is 4 total damage into Goji. And Goji is smoking down to 1 hull. That's pretty good. 1 dice, 2 to get paints. Gets the paints. It survives another round of shooting. Survives. There's a grand total of just under 20 minutes to go. Kester has destroyed 46 points of the Irish team. Cormac has destroyed 80 points by taking half on Holo, leads by 34 points. But this game is certainly nowhere close to being over yet. Critical game. This is such a huge game in this series. Should Cormac hold on to this lead, Ireland qualify in second place from Group C. It's that simple. If Kess brings this back, and if anybody can, the undefeated Kester Smith can bring this back, because it's not going to be that hard to get the additional 19 points on Goji and the extra 26 points on Wolf. So 26 and 19 would put him into the lead. So we all know where Wolf is going. That's going to be a 1 forward ion and will bump into a sugar. So absolutely nothing that Gary can do about that. Unless Ashoka, who goes first, can get out of the way, and that is hugely. That's really quite doable, to be fair, because Ashoka will move first. Now, will the blue Epsilon, who hasn't been anything else apart from a real annoyance, like a good I-1 ship should be in a mini swarm, it's like, right, wait, you do your job, stop people getting actions, all good. They could go after Goji at 3 forward, would bump into yellow, wouldn't get a token, but would be okay. A decent shot into Goji would be good. I would assume Goji will just maybe do a 1 forward or a 2 forward or a 2 hard to the left. Plenty of options there for Cormac. My one true concern is where Holo is. Holo is in what can only be described as a fluster clock position. Yeah, I don't really like where he is. Now, he can just bail. He can just go over the glass cloud and disappear. Problem is, Cormac's going to know that. He could also try and swing to the left, try to get rid of that blue one, can move around. So maybe the maybe Ashoka just comes in to try and do something. Remember, Muse is still kicking around. That is the red TIE fighter at the top of the screen, just behind the Y-wing, and he's pretty good at being able to remove and deal. Oh, it's just everything just changes around, which is why this list is so damn good. And bear with them. There's in or around a quarter of an hour to go, so every single maneuver here absolutely critical. Lots of points within reach for Kester, but not helpful that all those attacks are still on the board. Correct. So he has lost 2 Epsilon cadets, and the rest, apart from Holo, are completely untouched. He should be able to take off Wolf here for the extra 26. That would leave him 9 behind to lead. Problem is, if guns from Ireland go on to Holo, and Holo could be in a bad, well, he's in a bad position now. Whether or not he is in a bad position after the maneuvers, we'll only get to know that when they have decided what they are doing. A force on Ashoka, 2 force on to Obi-Wan. Oh, this game's gonna be tight. This game is going to be tight. Remember, green exploded. That wasn't very handy. So did purple. Gary now deeply considering his maneuver with Obi-Wan, which could technically be one of the biggest decisions in this Group C game. So this is game 6. I've been very proud of Ireland's performance. After going 1-0 down, a lot of people that I know went, oh, this is going to be like a sweep or a 6-1. But they have stood up and went, no, we want to qualify. We're good enough to qualify. And they're doing their damnedest. So, well done to Ireland for really stepping it up against our good friends, the English. It has been a brilliant set so far, and this one is not disappointing either. So, Wolf set because he is Ion. So is Goji and Ashoka. That is now Obi-Wan set. Kester's dials are all set as well. Oh, this is exciting. So, Revis and the Blue Epsilon will move first at I1. But they're still having a really good think about what they're doing. No one's pinged the table just yet. Start of the movement phase. A barrel roll using a force to go to the left, chosen by Cormac Higgins. The 2 goes straight in from the blue. He gets a focus. Revis is bumped straight into Ashoka. Now, no action there. So it's Goji to go first and does indeed just take the 1. Takes the focus, trying desperately to get some sort of shot on target. There is the 4K from Muse. Can do musey things. Let's see what Kester decides is the best musey things to do. Takes focus, takes an evade, takes a stress. Double modded. That's better than a defender. So here is the important one. That is a 1 hard that actually fits. Brilliant, brilliant maneuver from Mr. Higgins. That's fantastic. That's a fantastic maneuver. Now, an erratic chopper will now probably go off, and he is jamming Holo. That's a brilliant choice. So we'll take an action that will remove the jam, but will still end up being, well, nowhere near as dangerous as what Kester would have wanted him to be. Now, there are still 2 huge things to do here. There is a target lock that will be going on to Holo, because I believe that Holo will disappear out of here. The 1 forward makes that a nice range 1 shot onto the unmodded Revis. There is a 1 hard from Obi-Wan. Now, the decision that needs to be made here is, do you really, really want to be where you are? And he decides, let's see what's happening here. There is the 5K. Goes over the glass cloud. Will he get a deplete as well? He does not get the deplete. But he does get the stress. Is he within range to be able to do it? It's range 0 to 2. So it looks like Revis may be in there. So that will have to be, and he has to pass 1 token. So decides to take an action, passes the stress over to Revis, and this is going to be the round that sorts everything out. To be honest, this is going to sort everything out. Obi-Wan Kenobi with 1 force, range 1, auto blaster. That's not good for Ireland. That's a total blank out, and here is where Wolf probably explodes. 4 die into 1. Chances of Wolf surviving totally 0 unless it's blanked out. That's certainly not a blank out, but it is 1, so he can hold off. Doesn't get it. Gets the focus, and he dies. An initiative kill from Holo. Great shooting there from England. And Wolf goes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So gets too far back. It's only 1. It's only 1. That's not enough. Natty evades. Holy heavens. This is going to go into Muse. That's better rolling this time from Ireland. A hit and a crit. Spends both tokens, takes absolutely no damage. And then just seeing where he wants to put this shot into. And cannon turret out the rear. Hit, crit. Takes a damage. So the blue one loses a shield. Just a hit. It is evaded. Gas Cloud giving the second one. This could be the one that puts Kester into the leads. 1 hit into 1 dice. Goji has a focus. Any paint at all stays alive. Uses the focus to make the evade. Here's a dangerous shot. Last one of the round. No token, but does have the lock. Goes for hit crit into Obi-Wan Kenobi, who has got an evade. Doesn't even need that either. My God, what a game. What an absolute brilliant game this has been. The score right now with just under 7 minutes to go. Kester from England. Mr. Smith, 72 points. Cormac, Higgins, Ireland, 80. Ireland lead by 8. Problem is, Goji has 1 hull left. Goji giving up full points is 19. This game is so damn close. I mean, this game is so close. I hope you are enjoying this as much as I am commentating it. This could easily be the last round. Such a tight game between 2 phenomenally good players. Ireland have led the entire way. Goji is the win condition without taking any damage for Kez. Kez knows that. I've got this overlay wrong. It's wrong. It's 80 points to 46. Because Wolf has only taken 5 damage. Let me just double check that to be absolutely sure. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage. Kess now absolutely has to kill 2 ships. Absolutely has to kill the 2 ships to win. So let me update the score in real terms. 46 to England, 80 points to Ireland. Ireland lead by 34. Lose both Goji and Wolf in this final turn, because it will be the final turn. I can almost guarantee that's what's going to happen. Oh, what a game. What an absolutely brilliant game. Like it's been a pleasure doing all the streams. I've been very lucky. I've been across the world. I've done at least one game from every continent that has been here. But this kind of means a lot. It is super tight. Parappa. It's a super, super tight game. 80 to 46. Goji explodes. Wolf explodes. It's an England win. It's that simple. And with the blue Epsilon right on the tail of Goji, who is all out of ion bombs, is all out of everything, could take the half if the ion cannon turret does its job. That would be very helpful for Cormac. So let me try and describe what's going to happen. Revis and the blue Epsilon. So Revis is the yellow TIE fighter. The blue Epsilon is the blue one. They will move first at I1. Then it will be Goji. Then it will be Ashoka. Then it will be Wolf. Then it will be Obi-Wan Kenobi. No. Muse will then go before Ashoka, because that's an I2 ship. A barrel roll at the start of the movement phase by Obi-Wan to the right. Still has a force left. Let's see where we go. There is the maneuver from Revis. Tries to block Obi-Wan with that one hard to the left. Where does the blue Epsilon go? Probably going to bank 2 to the left here. I would assume that would be a pretty good thing. There's no linked moves on Revis at all. So takes the focus. That is him done. It is a forward there from the blue Epsilon. Now, it's a 1 forward to try and get as many dice to half blue out the back. Revis moves in, does not bump, takes a focus. A 2 sloop from Ashoka Tano, who can still, because of Chopper, jam Holo, takes nothing from the gas cloud, and I don't think has even got a shot back from Muse. Well, my God, this is just madness. What an ending. What an ending. We've got 90 seconds left. This is the last turn. So Gary will take his time here and try and ensure that everything that he's doing maximizes his chances of halving ships. Muse is focused through a glass cloud. Oh, spends the force. Takes a focus. Deciding what to do here. It's a 2 hard. No action. Oh, that's an interesting move. Is that actually in arc? That looks like it could be in arc. Cannot barrel roll. Could boost to the right, maximizing the range away from Muse. I think that's him out of range. And it's all going to come down to this. So, oh, this is going to be as tight as anything. This is going to be super tight. The jam given as the peeps go. This is it. Hang on to your seats. I'm even stood up. That's not all part of a lie. I'm now standing up watching this. If Wolf and Goji die, this game is over. Half points onto Obi-Wan could also be over. Keep your fingers crossed for the team you want to win. Obi-Wan would have shot first, but he is on the right-hand side of the screen, avoiding as many shots as he could. He would have taken 3 shots, but has not taken anything. He is only going to take probably a range 3. So it will be 3 into 4, unmodded either way. And that's the perfect roll for Kester Smith. 3 hits. What can Gary roll? Spends his last force, takes no damage whatsoever. That is 1 of the ships. from Kester. And that's his highest initiative. This is a 2-dice shot out the back. And Wolf gets 1. Now Kester's going to take that shield onto red. That's absolutely fine. Keeping the focus for defense. And it's going to have to be the range one in there. CLT is active. That is why the eye is up. Spends the focus. 3 hits. Gas cloud. Saved. No damage on to Muse. This is the one. Should this ion cannon turret fire 1 into one hit that can't be evaded, spend the focus. Just spend it. That is 3 hits. There's the focus spends. 2 evades. Half on blue. My God. I don't actually believe this. Here's the shots. Muse gets to fire. Gets 1 hit. Needs the evade. Gets... Oh my God! Oh my God! I'm pretty sure that's the game. It's 2 hits, spends the focus. Goji explodes right at the end. Revis doesn't have a shot. Goji dies. And according to my overlay, Ireland have just won. I'm double checking everything. Half on Holo. 1 shield off Muse. Revis is fine. Half on blue. Green and purple dead. Goji dead. Nothing at all on Ashoka. Nothing at all on Obi-Wan Kenobi. And Wolf with 1 hull left. Kester Smith of England. 65 points and flew that list perfectly. Like, without doubt, flew it perfectly. Cormac Higgins has destroyed 93 points and wins by 28. 93-65. Final score. What an amazing... What an amazing game. Oh my God. That is one of the tightest games I have ever watched. Commiserations, Kester. Your work doing all these ships for you and your team. Like, England have been superb. Absolutely superb in this. But with 1 game to go, it is now Ireland 4, England 2. I'm speechless. I never in my wildest dreams thought that Ireland could beat England with a game to go. That's completely crazy. That last roll from Wolf to evade that 1 damage. All good. Yeah, Daryl, 4-2. 2 Irelands. We're through to the finals. Holy hell. Holy hell. Cormac, well done, my friend. I will speak to you later on. Congratulations. Unlucky Kester, unlucky England. I hope you enjoyed this stream. I believe that the last game is also being streamed, but not by me, because real life has gotten away and I have to work a 15-hour shift in my frontline job. So there we go. Thank you so much for watching this stream. If you watch on YouTube, please hit the subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything. It just gets followers and makes the XTC more viewable to people who maybe not even know that this game exists. If you do it on Twitch, hit their button as well. Follow them. It makes it a heck of a difference to all the streamers. My name is Seth Hologron from the Tauntaun Squadron YouTube channel. Thank you so much for watching. Chat, thank you for all your fun. It's always a pleasure. And that's us out. But Ireland and England through. Take it easy. Bye-bye now.